So, friends, many years back, uh, in one of my job during the earlier days, when I actually moved location from one location, organization has had moved me to another location. In that new location, when I started working, one of my colleague seemed to be very helpful to me. So this person was teaching me things how to do in the organization in that new location, and this person was also helping me to make decisions. In fact, it happened like this, that wherever I had to take a decision and I was thinking about whether I should go for option A or option B, this person used to come to my help and he used to guide me that, say, for example, go for option 2 because that will be better for you, for the organization. And since I was new in that location, I was in a little bit of doubt. I followed the advice of that particular colleague and went ahead with the suggestion of the option that he gave. However, this kept on continuing for long, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. There was a time wherein I was feeling confident that I can take those decisions on my own. However, this person used to represent me even to my boss and was giving his point of view, saying that this is my point of view. At a particular point of time, I started feeling the pressure that this person is actually impacting me in a big way, and it was not a comfortable situation. Hello, friends. Good evening. My name is 𝗳𝗰𝗶𝗴𝗏. So, uh, if you don't know me, who am I? Well, I'm an IITT certified trainer and an ICF certified executive coach and also an author. Till now, I have written 2 books on self help, specifically for people working in corporates. अगर आप मुझे पूछोगे, मेरा पैशन वही है. I love to work with young corporate executives who wants to grow in their career by working on themselves. That's very important. People who are ambitious, people who are ready to take action. I love to work with them. And through my executive coaching, I help them with the right tools so that they can grow quickly in their career. And these talk shows is an effort to support that particular aspect. Through this talk show, I come up with topics which can be very interesting, very important for you if you are such an ambitious person who is trying to learn things on how to grow in your career. अगर आप अपने कैरियर को लेके सीरियस हो, अगर आप अपने कैरियर में ग्रो करना चाहते हो, एंड आई एम श्योर आप अपने तरफ से बहुत सारे कुछ कर रहे हो, उसके साथ मेरा ये थोड़ा सा एफर्ट है to support you, to help you so that it speeds up the process of your success. So, दोस्तों, मैंने जो आपको ये पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस बताया, ये बताने के पीछे एक पर्टिकुलर रीजन है. वो रीजन ये है कि हम लोग जो टॉपिक आज बात करने वाले हैं, that is associated with that. So today we are going to talk about a particular point which many of us we face in our corporate life. And that particular issue is called peer pressure. The peers in your organization, आपके जो colleagues होते हैं, जिसके साथ आप काम करते हो ऑफिस में, they are a big support. Sometimes you make friends for life from your corporate colleagues. I have made many, and I'm sure you have also made your friends in your corporate life. But sometimes, along with the friendship, these peers also may create certain sort of pressure and which may impact your career. उसी टॉपिक के ऊपर आज हम लोग बात करेंगे। तो सबसे पहले हम लोग ये जान लेते हैं कि पीयर प्रेशर है क्या, व्हाट इज पीयर प्रेशर, व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ पीयर प्रेशर। मैं यहाँ पे पीयर प्रेशर के डेफिनेशन में 3 चीजें आप लोगों को बताना चाहूंगा। सबसे पहला जो पॉइंट है वो है ये, peers or the colleagues in the organization, when they influence you to accept things in the organization, that means you are under peer pressure. Okay, the second thing which defines peer pressure, the peer pressure can actually make you change your own decision. आप कुछ डिसीजन लेना चाहते थे, but because of peer pressure you ended up taking another decision which your peers or peer or the colleague have suggested you. And the third part which may fall into the definition of peer pressure is sometimes they also impact your behavior. The behavior of you, आपका जो behavior है वो core जो values है आपके life की, your behavior is connected to your core values in life. Sometimes the peer pressure can also impact how do you think, and it impacts your behavior, which can be sometimes very dangerous for your career. So ये 3 चीजें अगर अलग अलग से होती हैं या साथ में होता है, then also we can call it in totality or in specific parts a peer pressure issue that you might be facing in your organization. तो दोस्तों ये था पीयर प्रेशर। मेरे को शेयर कीजिएगा कमेंट्स में कि आपने इसमें से कोई चीज आपको अगर लगता है कि आपने भी फेस किया हो, एंड व्हाट हैज बीन योर एक्सपीरियंस, पुट इट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, लेट मी नो दैट। नाउ आज की टॉपिक में आते हैं। टुडेज टॉपिक वी आर एक्चुअली गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट 5 strategies, 5 tips, 5 ways you can handle peer pressure professionally in your workplace, at your workplace, in your organization, and thereby stay focused on your career goal so that the peer pressure is not impacting your progress in your organization, in your growth path. ठीक है दोस्तों, तो हम लोग शुरू करते हैं one by one. As I said, the 5 strategies I'll be discussing with you, and in the process, any of the strategy you have any example to share, any experience to share, please go ahead and put it in the comment section. The first thing that you should do to handle peer pressure at work is clear self identity. आपकी खुद की जो आइडेंटिटी है उसको क्लियर कीजिए। मैं कौन हूँ, क्या हूँ, कैसा हूँ, क्या चाहता हूँ, what do I want, who am I as a person, as a human being, what are my values. So कुछ चीजें जो यहाँ पे important है as a part of clearing your self identity is, first of all, acknowledging your values in your life. What are your values that you believe in your life? That's very important because बहुत सारे आपके जो लाइफ के डिसीजन हैं, जो कॉर्पोरेट के डिसीजंस भी होते हैं, इट शुड बी कनेक्टेड टू योर कोर वैल्यूज। अदरवाइज ना एक क्लैश होता है, वैल्यू क्लैश, which is not good. Sometimes under pressure you might be taking certain decisions, certain things you might be doing at your workplace which from the core of your heart you don't like to do. That's not a good thing for a long term. Once or twice, because something which is good for the organization you might have done, but continuously doing those kind of things is not good. So identify your core values and also the principles that actually guide you. In this process, you also should think of that you need to be stay true to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Always you should remind that whenever you have a conflicting situation at work, a conflicting situation could be कुछ decisions आपको लेने हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कैसा एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं, मान लीजिए यू नो you are giving a feedback to a particular individual at your workplace, and somebody is asking you to yell at that person, give a very nasty feedback, but your core values teaches you to treat people with respect, and you want to give a professional feedback to that person. So there can be a conflict. Somebody's pressurizing you to give a very nasty feedback, but your value system tells you that you like to give the feedback in a professional manner. So in those cases, learn to stay true to yourself. That's very important. And also, you need to practice assertiveness, that yes, I will stay on this path. Okay. So these three things which actually help you to clear your self identity. So that's the first thing that you should be doing to handle peer pressure at work. What is the second thing you should be doing? The second thing is you need to learn to communicate confidently. खाली कम्युनिकेशन नहीं, विथ कॉन्फिडेंस आपको कम्युनिकेशन करना सीखना पड़ेगा. इसके लिए अगेन आई एम गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड यू हाउ यू शुड बी डूइंग इट. द फर्स्ट थिंग फर्स्ट इज आपको ना लिसनिंग स्किल जो है उसको डेवलप करना है. दिस इज necessary for each and everyone, including me, you, everyone. Active listening is the foundation pillar for building your good communication skill. सुनना सीखिए सबसे पहले लोगों की बातों को सही तरीके से, सही मायने में, with your complete being. सुनना सीखिए before you jump into expressing your opinion, right? पहले ना सुन लीजिए सबको complete. And the second thing here is express respectfully your ideas, your opinions, without simply accepting someone else's idea, even though you don't believe in that idea. So you might have thought something that इस तरह से कुछ activity को करना चाहिए as a part of a particular work situation at work. तो उस टाइम में express your ideas, your opinions, but with respect. Respect के साथ अपना point रखिए सामने. And another thing that you should be doing to ensure that you are communicating confidently is be very open to feedback, because it might happen that आपने कुछ suggestion दिया, किसी ने बोला ये suggestion में ये वाला part नहीं चलेगा. Now when that happens, don't get defensive and don't start arguing with that person. It means that आपका जो communication था, you are not confident about your point if you start arguing negatively. So accept and be open to those constructive feedback and criticism, and in the process show an willingness to learn something from the other person's criticism or the feedback that is coming in your way. So friend, this is how you can develop the second strategy, second step that you need to handle peer pressure, which is learning to communicate confidently. Now we come to the third one. In the third one, what you need to do is you need to set your boundaries. क्या चीज आप कहाँ तक जा सकते हो in the process of aligning with your peers and colleagues at the workplace. In the process, you should be knowing your limits. आपके लिमिट क्या है? कि एक होता है एक आपका कंफर्ट जोन, एक होता है कंफर्ट जोन के थोड़ा बाहर जाना, बट कितना बाहर जा सकते हो आप, राइट? It might happen sometimes certain organizations you need to take some calls to increase your sales by talking to the customer, and in the process you realize that whenever I'm talking to the customer expressing certain product of our company, I have been asked to say something extra over and above the qualities of the product. Now यहाँ पे आपका एक लिमिट हो सकता है कि beyond my comfort zone in terms of talking about the quality of the product, I will not go beyond certain limit wherein I am over emphasizing the qualities of the products which may not be there in the product. So ensure that you know your limits first, and whatever you want to communicate it clearly within the organization. When you're talking to your colleagues, peers, uh, boss, subordinates, etc., communicate it clearly, openly बताइए कि इस part में ये वाला portion I'm not comfortable with because it goes beyond my limit. Okay, in terms of the things that I can openly talk about, in terms of the things that I can take accountability and responsibility about. So be very clear in that communication. And also at the same time, when you're saying this, provide alternative options to the organizations. कि इस चीज को ऐसे ना करके ऐसे कर सकते हैं क्या? The alternative option could be within your limit. So offer that alternative instead of simply saying that, okay, I don't agree with this, I cannot do this. Please also offer alternatives. What can be done regarding that particular situation? Now, this way you can ensure that you are setting your proper boundaries, which will help you to handle peer pressure at work. So, friends, those are the 3 points. Now we come to the 4th point, right? We said 5 points we will discuss. तो अभी तक खत्म नहीं हुआ. And the 4th point which you can follow to handle peer pressure is learn to focus on the goal. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है जब हम लोग डिस्कस करते हैं दोस्तों के साथ at office with the peers, with the colleagues, etc. डिस्कशन कुछ दूसरे डायरेक्शन में चला जाता है completely, right? And then it goes into that argument, the quarrels, the egos, and everything gets hurt, and then the discussion doesn't provide the desired result. So be result oriented if you want to handle peer pressure at work. Learn to focus on the goal, that what exactly we want out of this conversation, meeting, whatever is happening between you and your colleagues. And in the process, you need to define clear goals. If others are defining that goal, the group is defining that goal, you are agreeing to the goal, well and good. If that's what organization want, बहुत बढ़िया है. अगर organization उसको नहीं चाहता है, then आपको वो clarify करना पड़ेगा. Boss, guys, this is the goal that we are working for, right? You need to make it clear. You also need to ensure that you are prioritizing tasks which directly connect to the goal for the organization, not the tasks which are not connected to the goal, but only taking care of somebody else's ego, individual ego, personal ego. Because if all of us are focused on the goal, most of the cases you will see that you are not coming under any pressure, because everyone in the team, if you're working in a team of 5 people and everyone is working for the goal, the first thing that happens is that the discussions and the points that all of you will be discussing will be related to achieving the goals. In the way there can be differences of opinion, but the chances that differences of opinion will be so away from the goal that it starts impacting the overall target and objective of the organization will not happen. So stay focused on the goal and prioritize the task which will take you closer to the goal. Another way you can do it is also ensure that you are delegating the task appropriately. जिसको जो एक्सपर्ट है उस एक्टिविटी के लिए, उनको वो एक्टिविटी लेना चाहिए, आपको भी वो एक्टिविटी उनको देना चाहिए. So when you are delegating appropriately, properly, don't delegate things on the basis of इस बंदे को मुझे अच्छा लगता है तो इसको दे देता हूँ या दे देती हूँ. ऐसे मत कीजिए. Delegate your activity on the basis of who deserves what, on the basis of individual skills. So if you're taking care of these things, then you'll be able to handle this particular aspect of the strategy to handle peer pressure is learning to focus on the goal. So be goal oriented, not task oriented. We are coming to the last one, which is the 5th one. So the 5th strategy for you to handle peer pressure at the workplace would be this: बी अ पॉजिटिव पीयर इन्फ्लुएंसर। वेल, हम लोग हमेशा बात करते हैं ना, बहुत प्रेशर देता है मेरा ये कलीग, मेरा ये पीयर, and then this person is always trying to impact my decision. Now in the process you can actually show that person what is a positive peer, what is a positive peer influence। उनको दिखाइए, उनको सिखाइए, अपने काम से सिखाइए, अपने काम से दिखाइए। You have to become an example of that. So that's why I'm saying that how you can do that, you need to lead by example. You need to take situations wherein you are actually demonstrating teamwork. You are actually showing how to work in a team by working in a team positively, and then uh, always maintaining a positive mindset in that team environment. Also, what you need to do is that you need to encourage mutual growth. That means ऐसा growth जो खाली individual growth ना हो के सबके लिए growth opportunity हो, right? जिसमें खाली आपका फायदा ना हो के सबके लिए फायदा हो, and thereby there is a positive thing for the organization. When everybody grows, obviously the organization grows. When organization grows, each of us also grow along with the organization. And also ensure that you celebrate achievements in the team, you celebrate others achievements in the team, so that way you are actually leading by example and showing others how to be a positive peer influencer. So that way you need to be able to do that. So friends, these are the 5 ways or the 5 strategies using which you will be able to handle peer pressure at work, and in turn convert it into not a peer pressure but a positive peer pressure, which will take the organization ahead, and along with the organization will take you ahead. So let me once again show one by one what are these 5 strategies that we discussed. Number one, we talked about clear your self identity. Then we talked about learn to communicate confidently. And the third one we talked about is setting your boundaries clearly. Then number four, we talked about learning to focus on the goal. And the fifth one we talked about is be a positive peer influencer yourself. So दोस्तों, मुझे बताइए कि इसमें से कौन सा स्ट्रेटजी आपको सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट, सबसे अच्छा लगता है, समथिंग दैट यू थिंक इज कनेक्टेड टू your own personal strategy to handle peer pressure at workplace. So let me know, put it in the comment section, and go and win the game in your success journey, in your career success journey, in your corporate success journey. So दोस्तों, अगर ये आज आपको अच्छा लगा, if you think that we discuss something of value, थोड़ा सा is, then go ahead and share this video recording with others, with your friends, with your colleagues, and so that somebody else can also learn something, pick something important from the points that we discussed today. Thank you for your presence. Wish you very good rest of the evening of Sunday, and let's meet once again in the next section, wherein one more topic of interest which is going to impact your career we will bring in front of you. Thank you so much. Take care.